To add an impact. Now, what do we mean by impact? Impact is any activity that you're doing to create societal impact. So that could be volunteer hours, that could be dollars donated if it was a philanthropic engagement, it could be training hours. There's a whole host of types of things that can be tracked in Do Good. The easiest way to start tracking your hours is to go back to the Drake homepage and click the Add Impact button. It's going to bring you to a page that first requires you to search for the organization out in the community that you did your work with. So for example, Ronald McDonald House is, click it. Ronald McDonald does have some events in the system. And if you had registered or signed up for one of those, and you now are going to log your impact, you could let them know it was Casserole Club, for example. And then you're going to put the date, the number of hours. Here's where, like I said, you have all these opportunities of things that you can track: money, goods, training, research, etc. If you did not volunteer with one of their events listed in the system, just leave that part blank. Then you're going to come down here, you're going to add a quick reflection, and it's in the sharing and privacy settings that you're going to find the organization that you want to contribute your hours to. So for example, Drake Little Free Pantries. It's an organization I belong to. I want them to know that I did my service hours. And so I'm going to share that in this box. This is really important for fraternity, sorority life organizations, other student organizations, any classes using the system. You want to identify the community agency up here that you did your service with. And then in the sharing and privacy settings area is where you are then going to select the Drake group that you want those hours to be recognized to. Okay. Make sure to click the green Add Impact button before you leave this page so that your hours get contributed to the system. If you are in one of your organization's group pages, so for example, navigate over here to subgroups and pretend I am part of Alpha Delta Pi. You're going to notice another Add Impact button. But if I click Add Impact button from inside a student organization, it is going to default those hours to the student organization. That is why we want you going back to the home page to click Impact so that you can attribute it to the community partner. Or let's say you did it the way I just did it. We're in ADPi. You can click Change Group. Now this is where you're going to search again for partner, and then it will update the system. So you can click the Add Impact button from inside your student group, but just remember that you need to first change the group so that it reflects the community agency that you did your service with. Another cool feature is this timesheet feature. So let's say you've gone multiple times over the course of a week or a month and you don't want to put your hours in 25 different times. You can click a timesheet and it will allow you to do a variety of dates and hours all at once. Okay. Lastly, let's say you have done service with an organization that is not in the Do Good platform yet. You're back to the Add Impact screen. You're going to click Can't Find It. And this is where you can now tell us who you worked with, where they're located, was it part of a course in the system or no? And then most importantly, add the name and email of a person at that organization who can vouch for you that you were there and that you did those hours. The rest of the form is the same. Put in the date, the amount of time, a simple reflection, and share it with all of the groups within Do Good that you need to report to. And click the green Add Impact button. So that is the basic tutorial for adding impacts to the system.